Greetings, attractive and smart people of the internet. In this video we're looking at Pathways into Darkness, although as you can see, Corridors into Darkness would be a more apt title. So it was Bungie's third commercial game and their first-person shooter, and a quite ambitious one at that. It's kind of like a mix between Wolfenstein 3D and Ultimate Underworld, similar to Wolfenstein in that there are Nazis. In fact, there's one right here. Well, the Nazis are dead already. Kind of like after I finished playing Wolfenstein 3D. And little pro tip here. Thank you. And we can search the bodies. Oh, that sound means I just got a point. Hooray for me. Copy of one conf. Alright. So yeah, so similar to Wolfenstein in that there are Nazis. There's no Y-plane, so no, well, yes. Thank you, game, for being so helpful. There's no Y-plane, so no looking up and down. All the levels are grid-based. You find treasure, and there are, of course, guns. Here's one right here. And oh yeah, and shooting. This game also involves shooting things and stabbing things. It's like Ultimate Underworld in that there's experience points. The more points you get, your health goes up every time you gain a level. Your skills, weapons go up as you use them, and enemies become quicker to kill them as you. Oops! I just got boogered on by a headless, the most pathetic monster in any game ever. Yeah, so skills. There's magical items. You can move back and forth between levels. You have to rest to gain health. In fact, I can do it now. See? Whoa! Yeah, but you have to find a safe spot to do so, otherwise you might get attacked while you're napping. That's no good. And there's also puzzles and a conversation system, and I'll talk more about those things later on. So let's hear it. Oh, there it goes. Narrowly dodged that. Boom. The closer you are to your enemy, the less shots they take to kill as well. Oh, narrowly avoided getting boogered on there. And oops. Early on, it's a good idea to conserve your ammo against weak enemies like that. Because you're gonna you're gonna need ammo, believe me. There's a map here. So. This looks like a trap. Oh! Oh, that was close. Let's wait for these chaps to come up here. Hey guys, it's not a good time to lose one's head. See what I did there? It was the headlesses. Just shooting. Kind of sound like chickens, which may be in purpose since they're called headless, and you know, headless chickens and all that whole connection there. I'm sure you can understand. So, what is this game all about? Well, the story is that an alien appeared to the President of the United States, of course, and told him that there is a sleeping alien god underneath this pyramid, and it's going to wake up soon and destroy the planet. So the government, of course, sends a small group of Marines to go take care of it, and they're going to take care of it by setting up a nuke next to the sleeping god before it wakes up. Because, you know, nukes solve everything, apparently. The only way to be sure. Some of you may get that little movie reference there. Oh. Of course, things didn't go according. Oh, I'm just getting snotted on everywhere. That's just stuck in this corner. Hopefully I don't get attacked. Oh, I did get attacked. Oh, it's embarrassing doing this badly this early in the game. I'm not trying this game. Are we serious? Okay. Well, that's a good example of why I need to find a safe place to rest. Let's go in this room here. So we clear this out. It's stuck in here. There we go. So as I was saying before, I was so rudely sneezed on. things didn't go quite to plan, and I got separated from the rest of my men. And so now I have to find the nuke, find the code for the nuke, find a radio beacon so I can call for an escape once I set the nuke. I have to actually set the nuke, of course, and I have to... and there's a time limit to do all this stuff, so there's a lot going on. Now, right now, you may be thinking, boy, Andrew, this game looks really slow, very slow paced. Oh, I was once naive like you. It's certainly quite slow when you first start, but believe me, things get very hectic in a few levels. And just finding enemies everywhere, and ones that are much more threatening than these pathetic frog-like things. I always feel bad for killing them. I just can't get ahead in life. Oh yes, so like a marathon, you can only serve in certain locations. In this case, it's when you see a little saber in here, so I can do this here. So I am filming! Exclamation mark. This adds a lot of tension to the game. It makes it quite scary. And here's a ladder going up, so I just came from the level below. So in the first, So the first object of the game is to go to the top of the pyramid and get a set of alien pipes, which you can use to open a door to the lower sections of the pyramid, and work your way towards the zombie. And work your way towards the sleeping dog. Oh, truth. There we go. I'm usually not this bad. It's just I'm very bad at multitasking. Okay. Boom, boom. Oh. As I can see here, you also got an inventory, canvas bag, and you collect all these items and stuff to help you with puzzles and whatnot. And here we got little things saying what you see. Most of the time, it just says you see dead bodies because they really stack up. And oh, I see a zombie. Yeah. They really got a bone to pick with me. Oh, strength. Oh, goodness. Let's just rest here. Yeah. I might fast forward a bit so I can show you some more interesting parts of the game. I'm going to fast forward to a little bit higher in the pyramid. And so we're going to go to Scary at the top. That reminds me, each level has its own title, as you can see here. This one's But They're Hungry. That's another thing that it would carry over into Marathon and Halo and all that. And often they act as both telling you what's going on in the story and also give you hints to that level. Alright, so... And just so we're all clear, I did use cheats for these saves, just because I didn't have time to play through the entire game again. But I tried to give myself the items I would have at that specific time. So here I have not a dead Nazi. But this time I have, well, very early in the game you find the yellow crystal, which allows you to talk to the dead. So I can now show you the conversation system. Dunk. Watch out for the specters. They're everywhere. Reference to Marathon there. So every person responds to name. I don't have a name. Not anymore. And respond to death. I was running from a spectre when I met 3 of those ghastly zombie creatures. They surrounded me and clubbed me with their bones. So we can ask about bones. You can ask them about things they say. Trapped. Oops. Same thing. Zombie. I'm probably just going to say the same thing again. I much preferred the headless things, which stopped spitting at you when you shot them. The only way to stop a zombie is to kill it. So the conversation system, so as you can see there, you can ask them about things they say, but also other things. So another person you meet would say, hey, Hans hid a bunch of ammo somewhere, so once you find Hans, you ask him about ammo, and he'll tell you where the secret ammo cache is. And believe me, you're going to need that ammo. And something really clever about the conversation system is that if you ask them about something that you think they would know, see, he doesn't know what, he doesn't say anything about Hitler, Germany. See, the game explains that their minds are fading in their death, which explains why they can't respond to things which you would think they would be able to respond to. So a really clever workaround for that. And it's really important to pay attention to what people say. They give you lots of hints for puzzles and such. Again, it's kind of like Marathon in that if you don't pay attention to what people say, you're going to wander around ages with nothing, no idea what you're going to do, what you're supposed to be doing. And this is things about to get real, as they say. So I'm going to be quiet while I kill a bunch of things. Okay, I think I may have gotten all of them. Just hiding here. Let's get the blue crystal ready. Okay, so as you can see, some of these early enemies don't particularly look threatening, but some of the other ones, ammo. Some of the other ones scared the heebie-jeebies out of me when I was a child, especially one on this level, which I'll try to find now. There should be one around here somewhere. Oh, there's one. So why did I find the enemy so scary? Well, when I first played this game, I didn't have the blue crystal, which you need to actually kill that thing. So this game lets you go ahead and enter areas, even though you're not going to stand a chance with them. For example, you might not have something that can kill an enemy that lives in that level. And so I just ran around terrified whenever I saw one of those approach me. So that's why I need to pay attention to what people say in conversations. Don't make the same mistake that, 14-year-old Andrew did. Or however old I was when I played this. I just know I'm going to get... Oh, here we go. I'm sure I healed up first, but it's too late. So I'll just give you some interesting trivia about this game while I'll hunt around here. Friggin' banshees. Oh, just know about so as I said earlier, there's some magical items and the crystals among them. Oh, I just got killed. You've died. Those banshees are really annoying, aren't they? Well, here's another little interesting thing. You get different messages depending on which enemy killed you, which, personalizes your death for you, which is a nice little touch. Makes it less painful. Let's go hop into another area. Yes, I know. Let's go to rats flying rats. So the crystals, welcome Tasty Primate. So the crystals are used with tab. But every time you use them, they take slower to recharge, and eventually they'll just break and become useless to you. Now I'm going to try to show you an example of a puzzle in the game. This is a simple one. Again, if you pay attention to conversations, you would know the solution to this puzzle, and also the name of the level also gives you a clue. Let's just... Here's this. It's the next level that I want to show you. So here I am, just wandering around this level. Oh! Hate those guys. If you're too close to them, you get hurt because... Oh! So that's a puzzle. Those things just keep attacking you in this level. And like, oh no, what can you do? See? We can see in the dark, can you? So if you turn your flashlight off, you're fine. They just stop attacking you. I also got infrared goggles, but I don't like them very much because they make everything red. So yeah, that's just one example of a puzzle, and a pretty simple one, but it shows you that this game also needs some brains, not just an itchy trigger. Oh, yeah. This game is scary, okay? You'd be jumping too if you were playing this. getting hunted by weird things throwing rocks at you. Okay. So a few other interesting things about this game. There's a literal Easter egg in the game that you can find in a secret area, which you can carry around and eat. I won't tell you what happens once you do eat it. This was originally a sequel to Minotaur, the previous game from Bungie, but they decided the Minotaur setting didn't really work in the first person. It went through a few storylines. Another one was about being part of a Roman legion. You found a source of immortality, and you had to go down to the bottom of the pyramid and retrieve it. This level is very interesting. It's very mazy, but luckily luckily there aren't too many levels like this in the game. I'm going to close this and move to another level now, and show you a part that really left a big impression on me. Okay, big blue. Okay, so in this section of the game, we find out what happens to your buddies, your marine buddies. And it does a really great thing with creating a sense of dread for the player that I actually used in one of my own games. And I want to show that to you. To kill these dudes. Oh, screw. People who played Marathon may notice that these enemies look kind of similar to one found in Marathon 2 and Infinity. Oh. I mentioned Marathon a lot. There's a few connections between the games and a few similarities. Some people theorize that the character in this game is also the same character as in Marathon, kind of like how Jason Jones said that the Master Chief is a reincarnation or some such of the chap from Marathon as well. Oh, I hate these dudes. I'm gonna let him shoot me just so you can see the effect. Whoa! Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. As I said before, it doesn't take long for the game to really start throwing enemies at you. And yes, it's a quite a difficult game in a way. It will let you, as I mentioned before, let you go into areas that you weren't ready for. If you actually knew what you're doing and where to find all the good items, it's actually a very short game. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that way. And you wouldn't be long until I mentioned Dark Souls in my video series. Like Dork Souls, am I right? I'm doing pretty well here. This part is kind of mean because it's making you burn all your ammo even though you're about to face a boss. Boom. Whoa. Boom. Take that, sandy mud dude. Clayface. I'm gonna rest here before going here. Okay, so this is the area I was talking about. So we find our... Oh no, it's one of my friends. Dead American shoulder. Do I have my... I got it on. Yeah, to press this one. So talk to them. Need a light. That's another bit of foreshadowing there. Yeah. I ran all the way back here, but it followed me. It killed everyone else. Name. My name doesn't matter. Yours don't either. In a moment. Death. I ran all the way back here. It. Let's talk about it. It. Oh, I see your flames. You'll find out fast enough you're locked in here too. Just like we were. So, most of your men are in here, and all of them just talk about how they're haunted in their death, and about the grotesque grin of the thing that killed them, and the flames that it destroyed them with. Is there anyone here? Oh yeah, I forgot I can actually search these dudes. I should take everything. Respectfully loot their bodies. Because I'm gonna need it. Beware the flames. Need to find Greg. How to get down the ladder at the base of the pyramid. Those doors shut behind us. Name. I'm Sean, man. Who do you think I am? Are you sure you're okay? Death. He seems to be okay for someone who just died. We all died by fire. Danner was the last, but after I died, it chased me around the corner into that dead end. That's what you chap I just caught him. Yet. You'll find out soon enough. There's a really great sense of dread, just knowing that you killed everyone else in here, and that you're slowly walking towards it, and it's slowly walking towards you, whatever it is. That's my suspense music. Flames. I see flames everywhere. Name. My name doesn't matter anymore. Death. That huge blue grinning thing torched us all. Blue. We never stopped firing at it. Back up around the corner. Fire. Back up. Fire. It's got to be hurting. You can kill it. So it's a good thing these guys sunk a bunch of bullets into it, otherwise we'd be up a certain river without a paddle. I actually just saw the beast come around the corner there, but I don't want to spoil it in this video. Just I want if you play this game, I want you to feel what it looks like yourself. I want you to just wonder what it looks like and experience that dread for yourself. So I'm going to get the heck out of here and open up another save game. And this will be the last one before I end the video. So this area I'm going to is towards the end of the game. Begin. And so a few other things interesting about the game. One thing is that I found interesting is that the Nazis are portrayed as human beings, which was unusual for the time, especially in games, because you know obviously Nazis are the worst humanity has had to offer, at least in recent history. But they were still humans, and that's one of the things that made them so scary, that they were still people. So I thought it was interesting that this game showed that they were just dudes out on a mission for their country. Apart from their boss, he really was a nasty piece of work. It's another puzzle. How am I going to deal with this chap? No, I guess we're just going to have to play and find out yourself, because I can't remember. There's also different endings to the game. I'll tell you about the ending I got. So, the end of the game is this huge onslaught of enemies, wave after wave after wave. And if you're prepared and if you have everything you need, it's actually not too difficult. But of course, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was doing. So I had to try over and over and over again and kept dying until I finally did it. And I finally escaped the temple. Only for the end of the game to tell me that I forgot to set the nuke. And I got a bad ending that basically said everything I did was for nothing. And I just couldn't bring myself to go through that onslaught of enemies again and get the proper ending. And in fact, to this day, I still haven't got the good ending in this game. Oh crap, I forgot about those. Earthquake dude. The game still holds up pretty well today. It sounds like the mastermind, Spider Mastermind from Doom. I suspect they use the same sound libraries as id Software. It's aged pretty well. There are a few faults. One thing that you just move so slowly, which isn't too bad when you're finding hordes of enemies. When you're going back and forth between levels, it's like, oh crap. It just goes so slow. Where are you, stupid earthquake dude? Oh crap. I'm saying crap a lot. This game's tense, okay? And sometimes there's just very little room to dodge for fire, but all the enemies shoot projectiles at least. So it's easy to dodge them. And you just have to... I guess it's not really a problem if you just play carefully and try not get yourself trapped in corridors, but it can feel cheap at times. And it's a game that requires patience, and you may even need to restart if you find yourself with no ammo. Although later on, you find something that... Oh, that's close. You find something that gives you infinite ammo. Oh no, I'm dead. We've been caught in the sticky strands of a skitless weapon devoured. Tasty. Well, that's a rotten way to die. And with that, I think I might finish the video. So yes, Pathways into Darkness. Bungie's first-person shooter, and quite an ambitious one. And one that still holds up well today and is worth playing if you keep in mind that you may need quite a bit of patience to get through it.